Okay, let's see if I can get this going. Wait, the music needs to stop. There we go. Welcome to the Designer and the Dyer. Today we're sharing some crochet pattern suggestions for fingering weight yarns that you'll be picking up at fiber related events like trunk shows and yarn festivals. So grab a beverage and let's talk fiber. Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello. I was waiting for you to unmute me before I said hi, but yeah, it didn't quite work.
Sorry. I have to hit all the buttons.
She's the button girl.
I'm going to have to switch. You're going to have to become the button girl and I'll just do all the talking.
Okay, sounds good. Here we go. Mute. You can do that. So yay.
No way. You can do the talking too.
Darn.
So, welcome. Hello. I'm Lauren, the designer, and she is
Lea-Ann, the dyer.
Yes, and we're back. And I'm pooped. Are you pooped?
I was just gonna say I have been so exhausted over the last 2 days just trying to recuperate from LYS Day.
I know it was a little crazy.
Very,
very busy. So nice to see everybody.
Yes.
And put faces to names. I was going to say names to faces, but no, it's faces to names.
Faces to names. Oh, well, there's just so many people. And, you know, a lot of times you especially when you're going between trunk shows, a year could go by. And so, you know, a lot of people, they change their hair color, their hairstyle, you know, and it just like, you're like, I know you, but I can't remember your name, or they just so I had an amazing time.
It was fun, but
Oh, it was.
it was an exhausting few days.
Yes. Actually, it was a
Lee
very
says
exhausting
hello.
month.
Yes, well,
Hello, Lees.
and Donna says, "You guys did a great job Saturday." Thanks.
Oh my gosh, Donna, I love you, Donna.
So nice to see people in person for a change, right?
Yes,
Especially
yes,
for you. I see them quite often at the store, but
yes.
we hadn't seen
Y
them.
I know. It was just like, I was riding on high cotton. I don't know if anyone knows what that old saying meant, but riding on high cotton was, you felt great. You're bringing in the cotton, the cotton fields. So
Oh,
you're
okay.
riding on high cotton. So, yeah,
Ah.
I was riding on high fiber.
So we had, I think the best seller of the day must have been the truffles.
Yes, yes, there's not
There are
that much
not many
left.
left. I
No.
wound, listen, people, I wound by hand 75 teeny tiny mini skeins.
Oh, but they were so adorable. I mean, raise your
Yeah,
hand, say something if you thought those little mini skeins were just absolutely adorable. I mean, I don't even know if I had actually bought a pack, I'm not sure I would have used them. I would
I
have
know,
just
they're
had them on
so cute.
display. They were way
Yeah.
too cute. So,
Um, I didn't have time, but, I think next Monday, maybe we'll go through some of the stuff that's left at the store from the trunk show and do some chatting about that.
yes,
Um,
yes.
because we didn't have it was such a long day, and I was so tired at the end, I didn't really grab anything to come home with. I just, I
No.
I grabbed my purse and projects and walked out the door.
We
Hit
threw little
buttons to end
Izzy.
the day, and yeah,
Yeah,
let's just
we
go home.
we just threw Izzy in the car and kinda just laughed. It was just we were both pooched, very
Yep.
pooched. Yeah,
But
but it was
it
a
was a
great
good
day.
day. It was a uh, good few times.
Oh my goodness. Uh, look at uh,
Oh,
oops, hold
yeah,
on,
I
Donna.
clicked, don't bother, I will.
I was okay, she's gonna click. I guess I just screw it up for her, right?
Well, I'm faster clicking than you are
Yeah,
usually, and if
she
you click it, then I click it as well, and then it unclicks.
mm,
Yeah, I'll
and
just
then we
click.
get into the battle of the
The battle of
mouse
the clicks.
happy.
The battle of the clicks. Donna says she wound by hand Double Trouble Lake House, so I'm itching to get using it. Ooh.
I
So
know.
tell us about Double Trouble, Leanne.
Okay, well, Double Trouble is an 8515. It is absolutely scrumptious, and it's part of our new 800-meter line. And
Mhm.
it is a beautiful marl of starts in a very dark blue and then goes into lighter blues and then some beautiful neutral colors. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see what Donna does with Lake House. I'm torn between the 2 of them. I mean, I think Lake House itself, in a colorwork sweater would look just, like, absolutely awesome with neutrals, but then
Mhm.
you look at Tide, and Tide is, like, turquoises, and, oh, it is
Yeah,
just
the teals and stuff.
yes, and it would look absolutely amazing in color work on black. So,
Mm.
I would be very torn to be able to choose, so
Yeah, so Double Trouble is 800-meter skein. So rather than we're talking fingering weight, the whole trunk
yes.
show was all fingering weight except for some worsted. So
Mhm.
Double Trouble is 800 meters of fingering weight, which is 200 grams rather than the usual 100 grams. And they are really cool. The dye method on those, we're not giving away any secrets, but it's really interesting way of doing it. And the yarn
Yes.
just turns out so cool. You never know how they're going to quite look. So
No.
you did 4 skeins altogether, 2 Lake House and 2
And
Tide.
2 tied this time
Yeah.
because this is a new, product for us, to start bringing in because what we wanna do is we wanna start taking away where you're getting indie dyed skeins and you're buying 2, you're knitting 2 rows, adding 2 rows so you don't get pooling or spots or anything. So Lauren and I have decided that we are now going to bring in larger skeins and also custom dye skeins. So these first ones we're putting out with the Double Trouble collection. That will be the 800-meter skeins. Eventually, those will go into the new colorways that we have coming out. So the new colorways, there was, let me see, there was Tiger Lily, Blue
Hmm.
Jay,
Hmm.
Library. I can't even name them all. So we will get those eventually into that. Plus, they'll have their own colorways.
Hmm.
And it's just all exciting. Like, it's so, so exciting. And then we have the sister skeins. And the
Yeah, we'll talk
sister
about those
skeins,
ones next week, though.
yeah, but just to mention that
Mhm.
this is the year that you and I, and when I mentioned the sister skeins, is that you and I are getting into doing more gradient work. So
Yes.
larger skeins means that you are able to have longer gradients, and this way you can
Hmm.
do full projects again with not having to switch skeins all the time. So
Yes. Donna says it's stunning. I like hand winding knowing that I've touched it all. Call me crazy.
you're crazy,
Well, I
but
definitely
you're
touched
good
it all
crazy.
in those little mini skeins. Ah,
You got
jeez.
all the yarn got touched with love.
Yes. And then I'm still fighting with the mini skeins. I mean, not the mini skeins, the sister skeins.
Sisters,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I'll get
Well,
it.
we'll get it. We won't have that next
Yeah.
week
So,
or next run.
yeah, we're working on some different dye methods and different yarn methods for bringing better products to our customers. And so
Yes,
the sister skeins is another fun experiment
yes.
for a gradient. And what happens is the two skeins are dyed together.
They are born together.
Yeah. And then I have to separate them.
I know. How
And of
awful is
course,
that?
like, of course, Leanne leaves this to me to what's the term I want? Anyways, to figure out how to get these apart, and I tried a couple
Hey,
different things, and some of it worked well, other ones did not.
yeah, it was, I have not yet ever seen Lauren get frustrated with a skein of yarn. Like, even the most worst tangled ones, she has like, I have no patience
Tangling,
myself, but
untangling skeins is better than what I was going through on Friday
the
with those
sister
sister skeins.
skeins, yeah, the sister skeins, they got her patience.
Yes. That's why I only got 4 done, 4 colorways done, not the 5th one. But the 5th one is
Yeah,
still at the store, and my plan is to finish it off tomorrow.
and that is why we'll bring it out next week.
Yeah, and so next week, when I leave the store on Saturday, I'll pack up some of the stuff and bring it, and we'll have it here to show on the Monday. But yeah,
Yes.
Saturday it was just about closing things down and getting out the door.
Yes, and let's not miss the Thrum Mitten kits. They did really, really
Yeah, so
well
we had a
too.
little bit of worsted weight. So Leanne had this great idea to do thrum mitts. Thrum mitt kits. If you've never done thrum mittens before, I don't know if we have a picture. But what you do is we do, I found it.
Aha!
So what you do is you use roving, which is unspun wool, and you make them into little chunks, and then you knit the chunks into your mitten while you're knitting. And so it creates those cute heart shaped design on the outside, but on the inside, um, all the
You have
ends are in
loops.
there. Yeah, you have all the ends inside the mitt, and what happens is you wear them is they felt and become a lining in your mitts.
Yes.
So
So
they're
in
super
this
warm.
So in this case, because we're using from Briggs and Little, so
Mhm.
we are using a really nice rugged. Or I don't like using the word rugged for Briggs and Little. I always say it's a very durable wool. Well, you can get two. You can get Tuffy, which
Mhm.
is your 80. It's 80. 80% wool, 20% nylon, and then Heritage is 100%. But it's
Mhm.
very tough wearing and very warm. And then
Mhm.
you add your fiber inside, which could be merino. We did have some sari silk in some of those packs, very
Yep.
soft. So then you get that double layer. So your hands do not get cold in any way when you are wearing thrummed mitts. And
They
for
look
these
super
Sudbury,
cozy.
I can't say for these Sudbury winters because, like, when I'm thinking of the winter that we just had, yeah, I think, yeah, I
It
think
was not
next
a
year,
typical Sudbury winter at
no,
all.
and I'm thinking that Mother Nature, she was just being kind this year, and she is going to get us next year. So I think everybody's
Probably.
getting got those thrum mitts. Get them
Yeah, I think we
done.
might have to do a knit along.
Yes, I would love to.
I
I
have
love
never
my
done
thrum
any.
mitts. They're so if we were talking about it with one of the girls the other day, and I said normally when I'm doing mitts, I just put a piece of waste yarn in and keep going where my thumb hole goes.
Mhm.
And I just keep going. I don't knit around. I don't do a circle. I don't drop stitches. I just stick in a piece of waste yarn. Then I slip my needles in on both sides, pull it out, and then I'm ready to do my thumbs. So because of these mitts that they're kind of like they're rounded,
Mhm.
and there's not much shaping in them. What is fantastic about that is that you can do them two at a time. So if you are used
Ooh.
to doing two at a time, then that's
Mhm.
okay because you're just doing cuffs, you're going into the mitts, you're going down, you're doing Kitchener stitch, you're done. You just got to watch where you put your waist yarn for your thumb holes, right? On opposite sides if your needle on the same side. And
Right.
ta-da, Bob's your uncle. So for those that do like doing two at a time and get them done quicker, yeah, they're fantastic for that.
Okay, so Leanne's gonna do teach us how to do those at some point.
You know what? I think I just might. I'm sitting here and I don't know, today I look like I'm, like, hunched
You
over, and
always
I'm
say that
not.
I need to teach all the things. I think you're gonna teach the rummed mitts because I haven't done them.
Yes, well, I did promise one class, that we will do at Sweet Yarns, and I was looking for stuff for it yesterday, but we will do a class, this summer on
Mhm.
how to fix those skeins in your collection that you really don't like anymore.
Ooh, a dying one.
We are gonna do a dyeing one, and,
Lee says it'll be a fun knit doing the thrummed mitts.
yes, it will. Ah, yay. Because how many times do we have I mean, I still have that skein. I've had it for like 9 years, and I mean, I'm a dyer and I still haven't done it because I keep saying that I will fix it and show it online. But there's so many times that you get a skein of indie dyed and you knit it into something and it looks horrendous. You pull it out, you try knitting it into something else. It doesn't work with that one. Then you think, okay, well, I'll try crocheting it into something and it doesn't work that way neither. So then you just wind it in a ball and you throw it in the back and it sits there. Well, you know what? We can correct that. So we are going to this summer. We will
Ooh,
have a
fun.
small dye class on how to do a quick home dye to change those skeins that you can just not do anything with and make them something that will be workable.
Ooh, that would be fun. I have a couple
Right.
skeins. I
I
couldn't pass
know.
up on them. Yeah, because they were a cashmere blend and they are blue, my favorite
Oh,
color.
yes.
But yeah, it's got some green in it, which I don't mind, except the way it was knitting up, it was pooling.
Yes.
I wasn't really liking the look of it. So I
Mm-mm.
would be happy to fix those skeins so I can still use them.
Yes, because pooling is a hard thing as a dyer to try and ensure that you don't get that big blocks of,
Hmm.
pooling. I mean, some people like pooling, and there is, like, planned pooling. I don't know how many
Yes.
people have seen it. It it usually works out as argyle, and it's really cool. I've done it in crochet,
Yes.
but it's a very thick, dense I did not enjoy it as a scarf. It was nice to do. It was nice to know the technique, but
Mhm.
it wasn't something I would ever wear. sorry. That's not to shame crocheters, but it was just very, very thick, the way that you had to keep
Yes.
manipulating the stitches to get the colors to pool where they
Yeah.
needed to be. So
Yeah.
yes, we will do that this summer.
Awesome.
Promise. I'm back.
Okay, did everybody get that written down? Leanne promises.
Oh, oh, she's gonna get me to sign a contract now or something, right?
That's right.
She's
Well,
gonna
the
say
problem is
sign
we
on the
always
dotted line.
have too many ideas and not enough time to put them all in. So,
I have no
right?
time at home. Yes, I
Yes,
know.
you do,
I
but
know.
we never seem to get everything done that we want to. So, we'll get on it. What are you drinking today? Tea?
Just my tea. Always tea.
I have coffee again today. Now, okay, it's
And a
blowing
new
out,
mug.
but yeah, it's a different mug. This one is one my sister-in-law made me. It says Boss Babe, and then these are knitting needles around the top.
Oh my
And then
goodness.
there
Isn't
it
that
has my name on
cute?
it. And here on the other side, it says, getting through the day one stitch at a time.
Ah, oh, that is so
It's cute.
sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. How many other people have knitting mugs?
We
Oh,
had Sweet Yarns ones. I'm going to have to order some more again. And we had a fun idea for a husband's mug.
oh,
I'm trying to
really? That
remember
would
what it
be
said
cool.
now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because the other Lee's Thomas, she's not on today that I can
Mhm.
see. Her husband liked her mug, her Sweet Yarns mug, and
Oh,
he
okay.
broke it. So it's time to order
Ay.
in new mugs again. But we
Mhm.
had we were talking about it one night on a virtual knit night, and came up
Mhm.
with some cute saying to put on for a husband's mug, so he can have one
That would
too.
be cute. Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
I
something
noticed you
along the
haven't had
lines of what?
I was just thinking that you haven't had your tumbler out for you're not drinking water the last couple times.
It's here too. Actually, last week I think I was drinking out of both. Here's my tumbler. I need a
Oh,
summer one though. This is
yes.
free. I
Yes.
love it. I use it all the time.
When the sunshine comes out and there's no more snow on the ground, yeah, it's sometimes good to put away the winter ones, right?
I guess.
Little gnomes with rainbows and spring flowers.
Something. Get the snowflakes off the tumbler and put on something else.
What did I
No
do
more
with
snow.
my
We don't. Maybe that's why we keep getting cold, crappy weather because I still have my winter tumbler out.
Of course, it's all Lauren's fault, isn't it? She's got
Yeah, you
that.
blame
You
me
know,
for sure.
I wanna talk about, Bayou's books. What's going on right
Okay.
now?
Well, okay.
So take it away, Lauren.
Well, Saturday was also Saturday was local yarn shop day,
Mhm.
but it was also independent bookstore day. I didn't know that until the fabulous ladies from the coasts told us. I
Yes.
didn't know. It was
Mhm.
independent bookstore day. Was that what it was?
Yes.
So
Something like that.
let's go start with that and then we'll go into Vegas book. So,
Okay.
um we had a couple of sisters at Sweet Yarns on Saturday. One
Mhm.
lives in BC, the other one lives
In Nova Scotia.
I was going to say Nova Scotia. I was thinking Nova Scotia.
Yes.
And they met up in Ontario in Sudbury to
Of all
see
places.
oh, to see a new
We beat
grandbaby.
Toronto. Yes.
Yay! To see a
Mhm.
new grandbaby. And because they both are crafters, they were in at Sweet Yarns to celebrate local yarn shop day. And then they were heading to Bayou's Books to go celebrate independent yarn or bookstore day.
It's her day. Yes. Yes.
So speaking of Bayou's Books, they are doing a display, a yarn
Mhm.
bombing display on the front of their building. They've got a big railing across the front. And so they're
Yes.
going to be hanging up a garden themed yarn bombing for, I think, the month of, is it
June.
May or June? June?
I
June?
thought it was June. Yeah, I thought
Oh,
submissions have to be in for the end of May.
okay. Let
Am I
me
wrong?
double
You
check.
check that. You
I'll go
verify
online
that.
and double check.
She will Google it.
Bay Used Books, if you haven't heard of them before, they're a fabulous used bookstore in Greater Sudbury, downtown, on Elm Street. Right about, well, down near the Lauren Street end. They do have parking in their building. Or like not in their building, outside their building. Yes. Yes, some in June. Okay, so
And
they're doing
Donna
it in
says,
June. Yes,
yes,
Donna says, "Dang, I didn't know about Bay's Book Day. Dang,
yes.
I would have went. I go there pretty regular and take my 2 grandkids." Yes, well, I had never been until last summer, I think it was.
Is that when you
And
started going?
yeah, the kids
Okay.
and I went
Yeah.
with a box of books and
Oh,
spent next to nothing. But came back with
nice.
yeah, so they'll
Right.
take used books. They do have a few stipulations, so no used library books because they can't get the stickers off of them.
Yeah.
No magazines and stuff like that, but yeah.
Right. Do they have a good a
But
section
they will
on
take them.
knitting?
They do have some.
Oh,
I
good.
haven't actually looked. Yes, I don't collect knitting books. I collect like mystery books and stuff like that. So like
When
I
she
got a couple
said
of castle books from there and
when
I
she
did get
said
knitting
that, I
books.
was
Hold on.
when she said that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, you didn't look?" Like, it
Well,
just
I
didn't even
got these
dawn on
last
me.
time. See,
Oh,
Richard
yes.
Campbell. They do have
Oh,
these kind of
okay.
novels, like the silly oh, they're
Oh, I
the
would
one with the
love
wool.
whatever ones that you have read already that you would like to pass them on to read, I would love to read them.
For sure. I have a little stash of books I need to read. But
Okay.
so they have quite the variety of stuff. They've been cleaning it up. They even have like comics and stuff.
Oh, cool.
I
So
actually
they
I wanted to
they
see.
were they in on Friday or Saturday for donations?
They stop on Friday. Julie,
It
one of
was
the girls
Friday?
who runs the place, was in
Okay.
Friday. I had offered to donate some stuff for
Yes.
because what they're doing is they're taking donations for the yarn display that they're going to do. So you need to drop off things that are knit or crocheted that have to do with a garden theme. So I know like butterflies, flowers, bugs,
Mhm,
I don't
mhm.
know, whatever you can think of, they'll probably take it.
So,
but
I'm
what they're
thinking
doing,
ooh,
but what
sorry,
they're doing is every
mm,
who donates things for the display is getting their names put into draws. And I donated from Sweet Yarns a prize for the draw. They're doing some gift certificates as well, and Bayou's books paraphernalia. They've got like mugs and stuff. And then you were thinking, what? You want to donate something too?
yes, let's send down, since it is a garden theme, why don't we send down some of the newest colorway, Blue
Tiger
Jay,
lily? A
Tiger
flower? Tiger
lily,
lily? I don't think
yeah,
there's
or
any blue jay left. I think there might be tiger lily left and maybe or no, crownland's all gone.
I
Or
thought
we
it
could
was
send
blue
library. No,
I
into
thought
the mud.
blue j oh, Into the Mud, well, Into the Mud is great too, because well, in gardening, you're always into the mud. At least I am, if you've seen my gardens recently. Um, they're mud.
Oh well, we'll chat and pick something and donate that as well.
Just yeah, just send it because, that is the wonderful thing when people take the time to put energy into something that is community-based, I'm all over that. So,
Finlay also
yay,
has
they
a
use
reasoning too.
books.
I'm trying to remember. It's for some organization. See, I should have just looked up all the info rather than just some.
Well, you probably didn't know that I was gonna mention it, did you?
No. Oh, the project was inspired by Deaf Blind Ontario Services.
Yes.
They're looking. Oh yeah, yeah. It's for the month of June. I finally found the right one. It looks like it's blowing out. Okay.
Blowing out.
They need help bring the yarn bombing to life by donating some crafty creations We're doing a garden theme, so flowers, butterflies, bees, or anything else that inspires you to knit or crochet. Any donations will enter you into a draw for some Bay Use book swag and some crafty goodies.
Mm-hmm. And we all
Yes.
like crafty goodies.
And it is going to be left outside, so it will get some weather damage probably. So just think of that when you're putting things together to drop off for their yarn bombing. I don't know that I'm going to have time to make anything for the yarn bombing, so that's why I definitely want to donate to the prizes.
Yes. Yes, I'm not gonna have time neither. Actually, I was really hoping that our wee, busy Izzy, made such an impression that maybe somebody would be kind enough to knit that little girl a sweater, because she is just so cold.
Oh,
When
it
we're
won't be
well,
Auntie. Auntie doesn't have time.
no, no, that auntie doesn't, but I think she ended up with very many aunties that day.
I think so too.
I know.
She had fun. She was a well-behaved little pup.
Yes, she was. She greeted people at the door. She
Mm-hmm.
walked people back to the door. She
Mm-hmm.
carried her
She
leash
didn't
back to
escape.
their bed. She did
Yep.
not escape. Did not escape.
And no accidents in the store.
No, none.
She
None.
did
Oh,
very
she did.
well.
She did, but she's been like poop for the last 2 days too.
Well, I can believe it for the last few days. Lee says she's so
Definitely.
sweet. She is so
Oh,
sweet. Donna says
she
Izzy was just adorable and such a good girl.
it's hard not to want to snuggle her, isn't it? She's
Yeah, I
always,
know.
"Uh-huh,
Yes.
uh-huh, uh-huh."
She gets all
Yeah.
excited when I stop by.
Yes, Auntie Lauren is like the big cheese of visitors in our household.
Yeah,
It
Indy
gets
loves her
to
too.
even when Lauren is doing, Sweet Yarnies live on Thursday nights, if I
Oh,
have it
wait.
on, Andy is right there watching my phone going and getting up
Auntie!
to see
Yeah, so
Auntie
funny.
Lauren. She just
They're so
spoils them
cute.
rotten.
I
So,
try.
do you know what I got for
What?
LYS Day? Well, you know what I
Oh, yes,
got
I know what you
because
got.
I snatched them. I
I got
snafu'd them.
you know what I got? Coffee.
Yes. Oh, you got lots of coffee. Oops,
End up
go
with
this way.
4.
Oh, what way am I going? Okay, there. Do, 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 do. I got pink penguins, and I know it's blowing out a little bit. I'm trying to figure out where. There
They're
we
so
go. You
cute.
can see the pink. Which one? There we go. I have 2 little pink penguins, point protectors. And you
Yeah.
had blue ones too, and I really had a hard time deciding.
I think the blue one sold out, if I remember correctly. I wanted the blue
Uh,
penguins and I didn't even get any. So I
you
might have
didn't
to
get
order some
any?
more.
They're just
Listen,
so
I
cute.
have more point protectors than I need right now. They are so cute though.
Yes, because I have this bad habit of just throwing my whip in my bag and not putting point protectors on.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you pull it out and things are tangled and stitches come off and
I have I have my little snowflakes on this one.
oh, I love my snowflakes. Maybe that's why I went for the pink penguin because I already had the blue snowflakes.
Maybe.
But you know what
Oh.
else I picked up? Of course, you know what I picked up. Your own seat.
Donna says so cute. I bought the blue penguins. Yeah, they're cute.
Do you want to talk about these?
Oh, the magnetic tins. So we've had a couple of customers actually recommended that it be or said it would be really nice if
Orange.
that always gets me into trouble. It would be really nice if we had magnetic tins for our magnetic part or for our metal parts in our Chowgu sets because we
There you
all
go.
have or a lot of us have the Chowgu interchangeables.
Yes.
And they come with teeny tiny tic tac like objects to join your cords together. And they all have different size stoppers and they have well, the mini T-pins are smaller than the regular
Oh
size
my
ones.
goodness, aren't they?
So I looked around, of course there are none. So I invented magnetic tins. And because a lot of us have the Chowgu interchangeables, I did put labels on them for mini, small, and large, just like your
Yes.
interchangeable sets.
Yes, and they're such a nice size because, I tend to pull all my cords out of all my kits. I think I have every kit now except for
The
what did
bamboo
I say?
ones?
The bamboo, that's the only thing I don't have in Xiaogu. But, you pull all your cords out, then you have your tips there, but all these little pieces come in little Ziploc bags, and every time you
Which wear
open
out.
them, yeah, they wear out and the little zip things, break or, the
Yeah.
T-pins start sticking through the bag and you
Yep.
always end up putting your finger in the pocket and, getting poked. So I'm all about organizing lately and trying to get all my stuff together and easy accessible. So I was so excited to see these being labeled. And I ended up getting all three and they were only $4 each. Like, I was so amazed. Like, and what I really like so much better is that I also have the Xiaogu tin kit.
Mhm.
What's that? What's it
It's,
called? Like, it's an accessory kit?
it's the tools kit, I think they call it.
Yeah, I have the metal tin one, and I also
Yeah.
have the plastic one, but,
Okay.
um, whenever you're traveling and you go to put it on your knee and you open up that lid, I always tip it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And see,
always.
those are the slide lids on them. So the
Yes.
slide lid will come completely off if you want, but it also can
Yes,
just slide and open a little bit.
but yeah, so
Yeah,
you can just rest it, like, on your watch, I'll drop
on
it.
your
You
leg.
just rest it, and it's not like the tin that just kinda
Yeah.
flips over and you're done for. So, anyways, for $4 each, that's a lifesaver for those little
And yeah,
pieces.
you can fit your some stitch markers in there too, especially the safety ones, the safety pin shaped ones.
Yes, and you can also put your end stoppers for your ChiaoGoo needles
Yeah.
in here. I noticed that when Val said they are these and she whipped them out, and I was like,
Yep.
"Oh, let me see." And she had her stoppers there, which is really
Mhm.
nice too, because sometimes if you need to grab those tips in a hurry, you need to
Yep.
have those end stoppers on hand ASAP.
And if you
So,
don't have Chow you could get a blank magnetic tin as well. I have them as well.
yes, and I did forget to get one. So, I
That's
do
okay.
need 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, we all do. But it would be
Look
good
at
for
that.
throwing in your project bags too.
Well, it's for all the little light bulb, stitch markers.
Yeah,
I use
you
tons
want
of those on
mhm.
everything. So I like to having them in a little magnetic case like that would be so much easier. Mhm.
For sure. Okay, anything
Mhm.
else? Anything else, or should we get started with the show? I did slides.
She she's getting to be queen of the slides.
Well, this is my
Yay.
last set of slides. I don't know what we're covering next. I
Uh,
did
sh
slides the last 2 weeks and today. That's a lot.
I know you have been like, "Rah, rah, rah."
Well, because we have this set up using StreamYard and because we can do it, it is nice to do it. Rather than I know when I do the Facebook lives on Thursday nights, I don't show things always because I can't show things.
Yes.
I do the lives on my phone because it's easier. Um, but with this setup, we do have the option to do slides and stuff like that. So we've been putting them together. So that's really nice. Plus,
Yes.
on Thursday nights, I have a Valerie. So Valerie does
Yeah.
all of my computer stuff for me and puts in all the links. Anytime I talk about something, boom, the link appears in the comments.
I think everybody needs a Valerie.
I think so too.
I do
We
too.
could use
She's
one for this.
we need a Valerie. We do. I do wanna say that, in the response on LYS Day,
Mhm.
we have said over the past that we will start be putting a panel together for a
Yes.
roundtable talk, and, we do have a couple of people that are very, very interesting lined up that are willing to do
Mm.
this. I'm not mentioning any names, but it is very, very exciting, and I think, the first 2 lassies will have you cracking up because they are as funny as heck.
Yeah, you did a
Uh,
lot of chatting with people on Saturday. I didn't so much. I was too busy running the cash and answering yarn related questions. But
and
you had a
phone
good time.
calls. Oh,
Yeah,
I
you had a
did.
good time socializing though.
I was partying. No, I was partying on lemon squares and tea.
Woo!
Uh, no, I had fabulous time. I had a fabulous time just
It
answering
was totally.
questions about fiber and yeah, so I am just so excited for where we're going in 2024. And I wish I could remember everybody's name that I had talked to, but if it wasn't for Lauren keeping me in line sometimes and remembering everything that I forgot, then I would just, I'm an airhead.
No, you're not that bad.
And I admit it. Definitely.
All good.
So let's roll with this slideshow she's got
Roll
going
the
here.
tape.
Roll the tape. I need one of those clicky things. There we
Yep.
go.
Okay, so
All in
last
my
week we talked
hands.
about fingering weight knits, and today we're doing crocheted stuff. So these are just some ideas I pulled off Ravelry that you could possibly do with some fingering weight yarns. Sorry, my throat is getting tired. Apparently, too much talking over the weekend. Okay, so first up, it's a Scrappy Squares blanket. Now, I have not seen one like this before in crochet. I've seen it quite a few times in knitting. And this one is done with mitered squares, which I thought was really cool. It's by Mark Rosenblum, and it is a free pattern.
Yeah,
This would
that
be,
is really cool.
isn't it neat?
Yeah, well,
I
you usually see mitered for a knitted one, but yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
seen that. That is really, really nice.
So this would be good to use up truffles if you pick some up over the weekend, or even just scrap leftovers. Or you could actually plan out a whole blanket and not do it so scrappy. But I thought that one was cute, and
I
it is
think
join
so
as
too.
you go, so it's not like you're sitting there strips of squares together at the end. You just keep adding on,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
Very
you actually
nice.
could do it with different weights if you wanted to as well. But
Very true. What are they using as a join there? Is it they're just using a single crochet?
he's crocheting it right
Yep.
on.
Oh, perfect. And
Yeah.
it just looks so nice with the white there. It's like really frames. They
Hmm.
look like they look more of like visual texture that they're standing up quite a bit on top of the two. And
Yeah.
that's just what it looks like. It doesn't mean that that's what it is, but it just looks
Yeah.
very nicely framed. So yes, I do like that one.
Oh, and I will say, don't worry about taking notes. I have the show notes are like almost finished. I got them all ready, and it'll have all the links for all of the patterns that I'm showing today. I just have to add in a couple of things after we're done talking in case there was stuff that we talked about today to add in. So yeah.
She's just rocking this today, isn't
I'm
she?
trying.
She put me to shame. No.
Okay,
So what else you got?
I did do another blanket, but this one's cute too. It's called the Battenberg
Ah,
blanket. It is another
s
free pattern. It's by
okay,
Sandra Paul.
can
Yes.
I stop you right there? Is those, the mini squares that get joined as you go? Is that the
Um,
construction of this?
it is joined as you go. There's a video tutorial for it. It's not the same as what I did on my chair.
Ah, because I've seen this Badenberg a few times. It keeps coming up on Ravelry, and I think that to me, I would just love to just sit just a tiny little squares, like, I
They
love
look
them,
so cute.
love them.
Yeah.
They do look so cute. Okay, so tell
And
us
I
more
just
about the
like the
Badenberg.
style of this one. It's
Yes.
by Sandra Paul.
Mhm.
And it's inspired by treats, some Battenberg squares or something in the UK.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, so she had this one. It is a free pattern and just join as you go. I don't know how it's joined. She said there was a special technique and you needed to watch the video to do it. So,
Yes, I think I do have her video saved on my YouTube, I think so.
yeah.
But, yeah, as I said, I've looked at it before, but, I just that one just
I
does
got
me.
inspired by this one. I might need to do one of these at some point.
Okay, hit
I
us
liked
with
how
it.
every other one is white. like
Oh,
every
for
other
the
square.
Badenberg. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's probably the size of those are what are gonna be, like, 5 grams?
probably.
So, if you even go into our jars at Sweet Yarns where we have the little
Yep,
trade jars,
our mini
you
skein
know
jars.
yeah, there's 5 grams in there, sometimes there's 8, there's 10 grams in there. If you
Yep,
get 10 grams, so
you could
you would
probably
be able
get
to
2.
get 2 of those, so,
Yeah,
I mean,
and this
that
is
is
another one that if you wanted to, you could go up in hook size and fiber and do, like DK weight or something if you wanted, but
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, or double up your,
Mhm.
fingering, and, you could actually get different color combinations, right?
For sure.
So you're thinking about doing this one?
Maybe.
Uh,
You never know. I don't have time right now, but
no,
it's one I
no.
would like to do. I definitely saved the pattern, because I think it's cute and it would be something that I would do at some point.
Well, and here's it is another cost saver too, because if
Mhm.
you're looking at indie dyed yarns right there, and as you said, with having a white or another color as your opposite, what would you do? What have we been talking about?
Yeah,
You
Sunday or vintage sock or
would
heritage sock is another good one too.
Yes, so therefore, it's not I mean, those, Sunday and, Vintage, they are all incredible yarns, and they still
Mhm.
have, the wool content, right?
Yep.
So you would still get a very, very beautiful, soft, squishy, warm blanket,
Mhm.
but again, it's gonna cut your cost down, and then you use your good money for your good yarns and put those little splashes in there that are just, like,
That's
cool.
right.
So, yeah, I like that one. Love it.
Good. Okay, next
Good
up.
choice.
Thank
Mhm.
you. Next up, we have the crochet sea glass tee. So you'll remember last week I showed a knit version. Well,
Yes, you
I didn't
did.
realize, but there is a crocheted one too.
Wow.
It's
Okay,
also by
fantastic.
Wool and Pine,
Okay.
and it's done top down, seamless with no ends to tuck in. Ah!
Oh, love it. Love it already.
And it does come
Very
in a good
beautiful.
variety of sizes. As you can see, that girl's a little bit bigger than most regular models, I would say.
Well, it's about time we see that it's very hard to judge a pattern when it's on someone that's very, very petite.
Yes.
So, I just love and look at her eyelashes. I'm sorry.
I know they're
This
cool.
this and this woman's skin is, like, absolutely flawless.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, but what a beautiful, beautiful T-shirt.
Yeah.
T-shirt. Ah, I need to stop right there. I'm sorry to
Okay,
interject.
and we're done.
No, we're
No.
not. Let's just bring this out because this became a topic at LYS Day.
Sure.
We
What?
have sweaters. We have shirts.
Mhm. Oh,
And now we have blouses. So
yes.
you can get knit patterns that are blouses. Now, I'm pretty old-fashioned, like, I was born in the '60s, so
Yes.
blouses to us were the loosey-goosey silks and polyester, woven material, button down, little buttons at the cuffs that you wore under blazers and stuff. But now we're calling sweaters knit items blouses, so I
Okay,
wanna
but
open up that
so
conversation.
yeah, so on Saturday, you asked me what I thought, and I said, "Well, let me Google it,"
Mhm.
because I always like to ask Google. And the Oxford Dictionary's definition of a blouse is a woman's loose upper garment resembling a shirt, typically with a collar, buttons, and sleeves.
Yes.
So I don't know.
A lot of the ones we looked at, for anyone, go on Ravelry, go into your pattern search, and type in blouse. There's
Yes.
over 1,500 patterns, paid and free on Ravelry, under blouse. A lot of them
Yeah.
look like sweaters.
Yeah. I guess, well,
So
I mean,
I'm
this
confused.
this happens quite a bit because somebody's definition is not necessarily everybody's definition.
Yes, yes, so but we must like, there was one, very well-known pattern that I know that everybody calls it just by its name, the first name, but it is actually I can't think of the name of the pattern, so
Was
forgive
it
me.
that petite knits one?
Yes, and it's
Cumulus?
something
No, it
yeah,
wasn't that one.
yes, close.
Hold on.
Cumulus blouse?
Bum, 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 bum. I'm searching. Hold on.
She's searching.
Yeah, cumulus blouse.
Mhm. So, I don't know if the
Well,
word
in the it like if blouse means loose fitting upper garment with sleeves, covers it. Because it is a,
does it
if you look
has a
it up, it's a
collar,
loose top. Yeah. No collar, but it has sleeves and it is loose
buttons?
fitting. No, no
Does it have
buttons.
buttons? But
No.
isn't the dictionary definition say buttons?
May have buttons.
Okay, well, you know what? Let us know your thoughts on
Yeah.
whether
Comment
knitted garments
comment
should be
now.
called comment now, we need material. Um, that just let us know, do you think that knitted garments should be called blouses? Because we already have cardigans, which are loose-fitting, knitted buttons, collars, right? We have sweaters, we have tees, we're calling them. To me, a T-shirt was always like the cotton T-shirt, like woven material, you know? But
Yeah.
maybe I'm far off in left field, but I still have a
Is
problem
blouse
with it.
just fancier and that's why they
Or
want
is
to use it? Because the Cumulus blouse, if you look it up, I will share the link in the show notes after. But if you look it up, it does look like something you would a little bit dressier. It's not a t-shirt,
right.
as but it's not heavy. Well, see, when you say sweater, I think of heavy sweater. Like this is a sweater, but I
So
don't
is
know.
this, but it's a lightweight sweater. So I would always say,
Yeah,
like, I always said growing up, you had your sweaters, like they were still knit. Anything to me, knit was a sweater. You had
right.
heavyweight, lightweight, medium weight. You had winter, spring, summer. Well, summer cotton. Okay, well we give that as
Hmm.
being tees or shirts. And
Right.
then the fall, you had a medium weight. So I don't know. I would just like to hear what other people have to say about using the word blouse for a knitted wear. Those of us that are older and had been in offices and stuff from, young,
Yeah.
we
See, I
think
think
of
of a blouse
blouses as
like that.
being that's what I think it is too. It's like a
A button-up
flowy
shirt that you wear with a suit-ish outfit. Yeah.
yes. So I would love to hear from other people. No, there is no right or wrong answer, of course. So let's hear what
Unless you
you got to
disagree with
say on it.
Leanne.
Oh my goodness, I
Just
don't do
kidding.
oh my goodness, she's gonna give me a bad reputation. Somebody come save me.
No. Okay, back to our crochet ideas. Okay, so we had
Alright.
crochet sea glass tee. I think
Beautiful,
it's
by the
cute.
way,
Yeah.
and that model is gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay, and then something different, the cat mosaic bag and pillow. It is
But
a really cool design, I think.
okay, so it's a bag that turns into a
Or a
pillow?
pillow. No, it's a bag or a pillow. She
Oh, it's a
actually
bag or a pillow.
yeah,
Okay, that
so
is
she has
beautiful.
actually quite a few designs that are like this. There was like a zebra, tiger. I don't know. There was a lot. This was just the first one that came up in my search. It's by
What
Natalie Kokonova. Something
how
like that.
beautiful would that be in a gradient? Like
Well, if you look at the yellowy one, that's the pillow one, it does
mm,
look like it's a gradient.
it does.
Maybe
It's
two.
stunning. I'm
Yeah.
not a cat girl, but I absolutely love that. Very much so.
I thought it was neat. Something different
Good
for
choice.
sure. Yeah. And yeah, she had quite a few different designs. And then there were some without animals as well. So that would be cool to look at for sure.
And who is this designer?
Natalia Konakova.
Nice. Well, I think I'm gonna be taking a look at her stuff because that is
Yeah.
sweet. I know quite a few
All the
cat
links will be
ladies.
in the show notes after. Yeah,
Perfect.
I don't need a cat bag either, but I just thought it was so cool. Okay, next up, coraza. It's this I thought was a neat shape. We haven't done a lot of shawl. And honestly, when I was looking through the patterns for crocheting, there's a lot of freaking shawls. But this one was neat
Yes.
because of the shaping. So it's got 5 points instead of the usual like one, well, three, I guess. Usually it's like that V shape or a
I
rounded
keep
shawl.
I keep thinking Batman. All of a sudden in my head, not the
A little bit,
colors,
yeah.
just the shape. I'm going, "Na
Yeah.
na 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 Batman." Yeah,
Yeah.
so
A little
but,
bit. And it has
yeah.
tassels, which I thought were cute.
Yes, tassels are
And there's
beautiful.
video tutorial for this one as well, if you need
Oh,
help.
perfect. So,
Yeah.
from each row, is it different pattern going across or
No, there was some different stitch patterns a little bit. There's lots done in like a solid color too in the examples, but I like this one because it used a bunch of colors.
Yes.
All kind of tied together with like that red, it looks like.
Yes. Well, that's another stunning example of being able to, go to a fiber festival and, get random skeins. Like sometimes we go in and we think that we have to have, 4 or 5 skeins of one thing to do a
Mm-hmm.
sweater. But this is an ideal example of why you can go to many different booths and just, pick colors that have one color that's similar and put them all together and they will be stunning.
Yeah. Or if
Definitely.
you happen to pick up a bunch of mini skeins or something like our truffles,
Hmm.
this would be perfect for something like that.
Hmm.
Okay, next up we have the Shelly sweater. This is by Susanna Kate. It is a
Wow,
top-down
that's
construction and has US and UK terms. If you didn't know, in crochet they are different.
yes. Is that they've got a mosaic up the front of it, do they not? It's lace
Uh,
bottom, and then they've got a mosaic. I don't know if you have the
yes.
pattern right there, but it looks like a mosaic honeycomb pattern there.
A little bit. I think it's done with a puff stitch, if I remember correctly.
Oh, is it? Oh, that would make it it's very visually interesting with that lace on the bottom. It gives it a really nice feminine touch there. And then,
Yes.
you're seeing the raglan going into the striped sleeves. That is incredible. That's nice.
There were quite a few different versions of it. Some of them, like this one, I liked because it used so many different colors.
Yes.
But there are some that are just done with like two colors, some that are even done with just one.
Okay. Right.
I'm pretty sure it was the puff stitch. I'm trying to see. Does it say? There's video tutorials for it.
Oh, nice. I love
Um,
it when there's a video tutorial.
yeah. Yeah, it has textural elements, a layered lace hemline, and potential for color play. So
Mm.
when you check this one out, it is really cool because it has so many different things, like possibilities in it. It looks fabulous in a solid color. It looks really neat two-tone, and it looks really cool like this, using up all kinds of colors.
I would say that Shelly sweater, yes, that is a me thing. I like that very much.
And
But I
because it's
this
top
seem
down,
oh, it is top well, and it's a raglan, which is my favorite
yes,
shape for my
but
body.
but
Mhm.
because it's top down, you can make adjustments. So if you needed it longer or you wanted longer sleeves or shorter sleeves, you can do all those kind of things.
Yes.
I could
Well,
see
what
Lea-Ann doing this one.
yes, Leanne could see Leanne doing this one too. Yes. But but Leanne has some other plans.
I know, but maybe
But
those plans need to be changed.
I'm thinking that there are a few projects that have already been in timeout for a year. What's another year? Lauren likes
Eggs.
doing 1 and 2-year ones, so maybe
Well, for
I could
sure.
too. All
Why not?
right. Why not?
Okay, the Airy Fairy cardigan is by Tatiana. It's another seamless top-down sweater. And this one means it's also adjustable as well with short sleeves, long sleeves, whatever you want to do. If you want to do a crop version or a longer version, you totally could.
What is the weight of that sweater?
These are all fingering weight patterns.
Oh, that's right too. Oh my gosh, she said that to me last week too. My mind is just going all over the place because what I'm seeing, like years ago, I never ever liked crochet garments.
No.
I no, and I think I've said that on a few podcasts, but recently in the last 2 years, I am really, really amazed at the crochet garments that are coming out.
They're
Like
looking a
this one, they're looking a lot more flowier, not stiff, not, that denseness that we were seeing, in a lot of them. So I think they're becoming a little bit more airier, a little bit more, yeah, uh, lighter,
I would well,
like
knitting has always looked a little more
refined.
yes, whereas crocheting always looked homemade. And I think
Mhm.
that crocheting is finally taking a turn and going a little more refined looking.
Yes, and I guess with a name like Airy Fairy Cardigan, it would be an indication that it was very floaty, right? But that's what I
Yeah.
see there. I see, for years, like years ago, I used to be a doll artisan, and one of the tricks of the trade to make realism was to be able to pin garments so that the garments looked when we set them like they would if you're walking. Because if you
Right.
lift your arm up, you have certain wrinkles here, you have certain wrinkles there. Looking at this, you can see the flow that she has as she has movement. So you
Mhm.
know that this is gonna be a very, very airy fairy cardigan. It's gonna have lots of movement.
Yep.
And I think that is stunning to finally see crochet coming to this point.
Mhm.
So hats off to this one. Thank you for sharing this one. I
All
love
right, 2
that.
left. 2
Ooh, 2.
left. Okay, this one is the
Oh,
Alma
my favorite.
sweater. I thought this was kinda neat. It is done, top down. There's a t-shirt and a sweater version. And the sweater version of it actually has a high neck on it if you wanted, rather than the low neck on the t-shirt version. And once again, totally adjust to it. Long sleeves, short sleeves, cropped, longer, looser fit. The stitch patterning is really cool in this one too.
I'm floored.
Isn't it awesome?
My chin almost hit my table there. I never ever thought of, crochet, being
Looking so
around
good.
yoke sweater. Yeah, no, no. I mean, I'm looking at the white one, I notice more of, like, single crochets going
Mhm.
across, but that color work is just, like, absolutely stunning.
Yes, and that is something that I feel like, crocheting has often missed out on.
Yes, yes.
It was really
That
hard to find any nice looking color work in crochet when I was hunting patterns the other day.
This one is truly unique. I mean, that gray and pink one there, oh, I
Yeah.
need that one in my closet.
Yeah.
And I'm a faster crocheter than I am a knitter, so maybe there might be a possibility I might get one of those
And
out. Who
I would be
knows?
faster knitting it, but
Yes.
but I thought for something with color work, I thought this was really nice. A good version in crochet.
I think they're both absolutely stunning. Well, there is a very good pick from Lauren.
Okay.
She's hit this one quite a few home runs here.
That's by the same designer again, Tatiana, who designed the Airy
Okay.
Fairy cardigan.
Nice.
Okay, and last but not least, the Lhasa top. I don't know how you say that. This one is
Okay.
neat because it's done in 2 panels and then it's seamed up however low or high you want it. It's V-neck on
Okay.
both sides. Um, so it would be a quick, easy project to do, and it looks really cool in a gradient.
Yes. Is it done side to side?
It is. It's done in 2 panels, and then you seam them together,
Okay,
however
so
you wanna
instead
seam
of
them.
yeah, so seam them okay, I see it now. It's
So the
hard because
designs go from the center out because you're
yes,
doing, like, 2 rectangles, and then you seam the rectangles together to create the seam
right,
up the front, and then up the back,
and
and
up
then
the
you
back,
seam the sides to put your armholes in.
Okay.
So it would be a quick, easy project for somebody who's wants to try doing a top and doesn't really want to do any shaping.
Yes. I my brain is going through so many different ideas with that one. Like, that is
Yeah.
a beautiful, nice, summer beautiful cotton. What fiber are they using?
I believe it was a cotton in that one too, but
Yeah,
even in a just a like it would be cool in sister skeins with our
that one would
gradient going
be.
from from the middle out.
Yes, because the sister skeins are a marled gradient,
Yeah.
and that would be because they are very light and airy when the colorway looks very light and airy in that
Mhm.
gradient when you take them apart. So yes, you're right. That would be beautiful in sister skeins.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just I'm just thinking too that you could lengthen those arms or not even bring the side seams up so much, a little bit
Yeah.
wider, bring it a little bit longer, and that would be a nice kind of cover up too.
Yeah.
A lot of times you go to the beach and you need just something a little bit longer, a little bit of a cover up so you're not all just,
Yeah.
like when you get to my age and everything's like hanging and you put your socks on and you're yeah.
Yeah, I
You got
totally
all
agree.
those rolls in places that you didn't know that you had them till you
Yep.
put on something skimpy. So that would make it an actually really cute kind of cover up too if you just made it
Yeah.
longer.
So it is a free
Mhm.
pattern as well, and it's by I Need It Crochet.
Oh, wow.
So
I need a
those were the ones
crochet
I
too.
picked for today.
Well, that was great. They were some
Thanks.
really good ones there.
I
It's
tried
very
to do a
hard
variety. It is hard to find a variety, I would say, sometimes.
if for crochet garments, yes. Like, as you
Well,
said,
just for
nice
anything.
flowy.
Yeah. So, just like last week, what I did was I clicked on patterns and then selected crochet, and then I clicked on hot right now. And then the only two filters I used were has a photo and the fingering weight yarn. And that's what I came up with. It was fun searching.
It always is. But then you get too many ideas. Like,
Yeah, that can happen.
let me see. That's only one of my piles.
Yeah.
Do you think I can have this done by summer? Doubt it. But
Yeah.
that's the problem. But then again, you know what? Sometimes we put patterns aside and we go, this is it. This is it. This is it. You've got it printed there. And then it comes time to look through the patterns and you go, you know what? My tastes have changed. It can do that like every 6 months. So sometimes
Yeah.
you don't always do the ones that you put aside saying,
No.
I'm going to do it.
I often will favorite patterns
Mm,
and then go back and look later and debate.
mm,
Maybe not.
maybe not.
Well,
Eh,
like you said,
eh.
our taste change, right?
Mm, yes, yes.
And sometimes I feel like it looks really good on the model too, and then it not sure it would fit on me so well.
Yes, yes. No, I agree, I agree. Because 'cause I'm at that point with my gate sweater.
Yeah.
I've I've done up the back, and I'm just coming up, I've split, the back's done, and I'm bringing it up for that V-neck there, and,
Mhm.
I honestly, I should have just finished it, put it on, and said, "Done." But I didn't. I tried it on to here, and, I just don't like where it sits on me.
Oh, okay.
And it's not that it's not beautiful or that, but I also made it bigger. It made it the size I was like 7 weeks ago, not the size
Okay.
I am now. So yeah. So, but that's okay. I have so many friends that I know that it would fit. So that
There you
is the wonderful thing about being a knitter or a
go.
crocheter. If it doesn't fit you, you usually have somebody it will fit. So you know what?
Or if you really want
Take it
it,
with
you
love.
could do it again.
No.
No?
No.
I'm I'm willing to do it again if it doesn't quite work out sometimes.
You know what? That's what I envy about a lot of my yarning friends, and especially you, because there are a lot of yous that will do, you love a pattern so much, you do it the first time, and then you'll do it again in a different fiber, a
Mhm.
little bit longer. The sleeves may be shorter. You might do the neckline a little bit different, and then you may do it a third time. And some of yous will do it a fourth time. I
I
get
did one
bored
pattern
so
5 times.
easily. 5 times. Like, you know
Yep,
what?
the
I've only
simple hug
done
cardi.
I've only
I've done it
done
5.
one pattern. Like, don't get me wrong, thrum knits are a little bit different. Those been
Yeah,
over many, many years, and I've done lots of those.
yeah,
There's only been 2 patterns, or 2 one pattern I've ever done kinda like back to back, and it was
okay.
actually 2 hats,
Hmm,
which hold that thought, please.
okay. Yeah, I did 5 of the simple hug cardi. It's a pattern by Cozy Up Knits, and it's done just a loose gauge. Nice, simple, easy knit. You can put stripes in it. So the first 2 I did had stripes, DK weight and mohair held together. And then the third one I did, I wanted a solid color because I've been wearing them at work, and sometimes I have like patterned shirts, so you need something plain. So I did a solid blue. And then I decided a summer version would be really fun. So I did a summer version in a self striping, and then I did a summer version in a solid color. So I did 5. Is she going to talk? Cute hat.
This is the only pattern that I have ever done 2 of back to back, and it is now, don't laugh, but this was when the only cotton that we had, remember, I don't have my headphones on. This is the only time that it was dishcloth cotton because we had nothing else back in those days. I can't even remember this pattern with the fan going across it.
Yeah.
So anyways, I still wear this hat. I lost the other one, but I still wear this out in the summertime because it's a little thicker than I would like. But you know what? It's so fun just to pull it off my head and stick it in my pocket, and it keeps the sun off the back of my neck. Yeah, let's try it with the headphones on. It's gonna look hi.
Oh,
Hi,
hi.
sugar. But what I love about this bucket hat is, and I meant to take it out because that's why I have my hair in like little pigtails here.
Yep.
Hey, I don't know if anyone noticed that. But yeah, with my little bucket hat, I'm ready for spring.
Woo woo. And it's
I'm
cold
ready.
and
So
wet
cute.
today.
Yes, but this is dishcloth cotton, so my ears will still be kind of warm.
That is so funny.
But isn't it a sweet look at that pattern, people?
It is cute.
I love this hat. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, yes, hats off. Isn't it cute? I
Awesome.
look cute in it. I told you I look good in bucket hats.
Yep.
But bucket hats are those things that are just so fantastic that, you go out to the beach, you end up at the lake, you take a walk downtown, you got it in your backpack, you can squish it all up, you put it on your head, and it still looks perfect every single time. So you
Awesome.
can have them in multiple colors.
Woo
But
woo.
yes, this is it. Just
Very
don't do it in
nice.
dishcloth yarn. It gets a
Yeah.
little thick, gets a little
No doubt,
warm.
eh?
No doubt.
Very
Anyways, so
cute.
that was that. I meant to pull it out. I did pull it out, but I forgot to bring it in the office, so sorry
I
about
know.
that. Had to
All
run
good.
away. Aha! Hmm.
Awesome.
Oof. Let me get myself back together because
Totally.
I'm unfit for sight right now. There we go.
Oh, just put
Mhm.
your headphones on. It's fine. It hides lots of things.
To my Yes, especially when you put your your other hat on.
Yep.
I just think
Hides
that is
all the things.
so, so cute. I don't even know what this pattern is anymore. So
No,
sad. It's
it
a
is cute
fan
though.
stitch. Yeah, just wash and go. But this one I made, I don't know, 10 years ago, 11 years
Mm,
ago, maybe. Yeah.
wild.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. So is that it for today? We're good. Should we wrap it up?
I am thinking so.
Okay.
I've had another wonderful day.
Me too. So next week we'll do some well, we'll do the trunk show review. Show what's left.
Yes. Yes, we will next week.
I will write that down so I don't forget to bring things from Sweet Yarns.
Perfect.
Whatever's left. Oh, I'm showing them off Thursday night as well.
Yes, ma'am. We still
Bring
have, we don't really have that. We were almost sold out, really, when you think about
Yeah,
it.
there's not much left. But I
No.
will bring the sister skeins and we'll talk about those for sure next week.
Yes. And we also need to bring up the broom sweater pre-orders as well.
Yes, we'll talk about that next week too.
Yes, we will.
So we can get on that because Lea-Ann wants to get dyeing again.
Yes, this is going. Yes, I just am resting up, and we are going right back into. I think I said by the time the new year comes in, I might have 2.5 weeks off,
Something
but
like
those
that.
2.5 weeks aren't really off because I've got a lot of changes on the YouTube channels and some editing and stuff to do for some other stuff that we have going on, and it never ends at the designer and the dyer.
That's right.
Hello.
And I'll be busy at the store.
Yes, and I did make a promise, Lauren, to a few people, and I did to you that I would spend more time coming down.
Yes. That'll be
So
nice
it's
to have you at the store.
yeah, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun Friday, kinda goofy
Yes.
girls, but we had a lot of fun. So I will be down at Sweet Yarns more often.
Yay.
So,
All right.
I just wanna say how much I love everybody. Thank you so much for supporting us on Saturday. And we love each and every one of you. So thank you. And Lauren is
Okay.
going to take it away.
As always. Okay, thank you for joining us today. We had a great time chatting with you that were here live. And for those watching us later, we hope you enjoyed it too. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and make sure the bell is turned on so you'll get a notification when we go live again or post a video. Make sure to follow us on social media and Ravelry as well by clicking the link in the description box below. And until next time, have a fiber-filled day.
Till next time.
Okay.
Take care. Bye.